Welcome back to Dr. Sucheta's interactive class. On occasion of 75th Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, here I am presenting my 75th video, educational video, as a contribution to Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav based on standard operating procedures. When anyone enters in a quality control unit, quality assurance unit, or in laboratories of chemistry where instruments are there, how to operate those instruments is a big question in students' mind. Now, how to resolve this issue of operating properly the instrument and provide a data which will regenerate again and again with assurance of quality. This opens our topic standard operating procedures. What it is? Standard operating procedures are set of written instructions which describes step by step how the routine activity has to be performed. These SOPs are to be followed exactly in the same way, which guarantees the organization which remains consistent with regulations and standards. These are very important in all pharmaceutical companies where quality control and quality assurance unit is working. It is one of the good laboratory practices which contributes quality to good manufacturing practices and in turn at high aid with respect to the pharmaceutical product which sells at a broad scale in a world platform. SOPs provide the policies, processes and standards needed for organization to succeed. A number of important SOP types are methodic SOPs, where these describes a complete testing system or method of investigation. If any company has a specific product, how complete testing of that product and how to carry out or investigate the actual content of the product is defined or given through SOP. It is useful for safety precautions, operating instruments, carrying out analytical methods, simply for preparation of reagents, receiving or registering the sample or standard at lab process or at lab end, quality assurance unit, and for archiving how to deal with the complaints. If any mishap happens or a question arises with respect to the quality of the product, at back end we can analyze through these SOPs where the things have gone wrong. How to prepare SOP? Preparation of SOP, how this process has been carried out, how one can go stepwise to have a standard operating procedures. It is a makeup of document which meet minimum requirement of an instrument or a method. Each page, when you prepare SOP, each page should have heading and header and footer mentioned, date of approval when the SOP has been prepared and approved, its version like edition 1, edition 2, that is the version available for the book. For like that, here SOP version number 1, second version, third version. A title should be unique. Number of times, even if the SOP is revised, the revision number or version number should be mentioned. Number of SOP, preferably the category wise. Page number, total number of pages, and logo, and it should be printed in a color other than black. Now when I format and when I prepare an SOP, what things should be there on a paper to be observed? Name and address of a company, SOP number, date of SOP, when it was prepared, who has reviewed, signed, the seal, aim and objective of preparation of SOP, the scope, the wide scope it covers, what are the things under these particular SOP comes, the process and steps to be carried out sequentially, whose responsibility it is to carry out the SOP, and any other useful information should be incorporated in it. name, signature of personnel who is performing this, who made, reviewed, along with the date of review and list of references. Here I just tried to show you, if this is the pH meter which was there in a lab, then what near to the instrument, how the SOP should be kept, and how anyone can able to operate the instrument with all precaution to achieve the result with a standard quality. So these are the steps should be written near to the instrument, stepwise, its objective, responsibility, follow chart, prepared by, revised by and approved by. Now why one need to prepare this SOP? What is the purpose? Now standard operating procedures gives regularly the working process, the format of working culture in a lab that should be followed by the organization. The document the way of activities to be performed. It facilitates the consistent performance to the technical and quality system requirement to support the data quality. SOP are intended to specific to the organization. That SOP may change from one pharmaceutical industry to other pharmaceutical industry depending upon the requirement, the method which is to be incorporated. Hence, it is specific to the organization or facility whose activities are described and assist that organization to maintain the quality control. It assures the quality too and ensures the compliances with government guidelines. Review and approval of SOP. SOP should be reviewed, that is validated one or more individuals with appropriate training and experience within the process. It is especially useful and helpful if draft of SOP is actually tested by individual. The language, the way of language, the language should be number of language you can utilize over here depending upon the personnel who is going to utilize the SOP. So maintaining the local language of SOP is again a useful parameter while preparing SOP. The finalized SOP should be approved and described in the organization's quality management plan or its own SOP for preparation of SOPs. What is the use of preparing all these SOPs? It will definitely enable organization to gain a better understanding of their business process and identify areas that need to be improved. Reason to use SOP include assisting in training employees, where if any personnel enter in a lab, that personnel automatically will get trained if SOP has been written in proper way, stepwise, and a language which is at other end will be easily acceptable. Guaranteeing the compliance of standards. It certifies that the procedure will not be negatively impact on the environment. It ensures the safety of the employee and it avoids the potential manufacturing failures. Now further, SOPs are still needed even when or other published methods are available. That means for a particular instrument, what are the operating parameters that comes in a manual or available online too. Still, depending upon the conditions or environmental conditions, the working nature of your instrument, your SOP may need to have some changes stepwise to be mentioned in your SOP. The SOP should be described the procedure in more detail than the published content, as well as explaining difference between the SOP and the published method. SOP will fail if employee do not follow. SOP will fail if employee do not follow it. Management and specifically the direct supervisor should monitor the use of SOP to ensure it is being properly employed and maintained. Benefits of using SOP: there are two major benefits: consistency and decrease in amount of number of errors to be made. Evaluate the performance of employee. You can evaluate the performance of employee depending upon the output received at your end after following SOP. It saves your time, money, and creates a safer work environment. It improves communication throughout the organization. It reduces the chance of miscommunication. It serves as a checklist for your auditors, where if things are gone wrong, automatically you can check out at back end by following all the steps. It acts as an explanation steps in a process for review in accidental investigation. And an important, an SOP is not a policy. Policy tells you what you will do. SOP tells you how you will do it. It is a matter of concern if SOP is not in a place. That means near to the instrument, near to the assembly, near to the working table, your SOP should be there, well on a place. It is a violation if it is not followed. And very important, bottom line is document in FDA speaks, that is Food and Drug Administration. If it is not documented, the things doesn't happen or it is a rumor. And task for all of you: prepare an SOP for the instruments which you're working on. If any instrument is very tedious to work, you prepare the SOP based on that particular instrument. In this noble profession of teaching, I would like to thank Shikshan Prasarak Mandali, who always support to do all the activities which contribute to the nation. I would like to thank all the council members of management. I would like to thank Principal Dr. Sunil Gaikwad, who gave best wishes to complete this task of 75th video. I would like to thank all the non-teaching, teaching staff, my students, our head, Dr. Vidya Ausre Madam, who always ensures that we are contributing for the student development. I would like to thank a special thank to Sanjot Apte Madam, who really helped me out for technical support during.
Namaskar. On the occasion of the Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav of our nation, we feel extremely proud and privileged to share the news that Dr. Sucheta Gaikwad from the Department of Chemistry of our college has completed making 75 educational videos in the subject of chemistry, analytical chemistry, and the conduct of chemistry practicals for both the undergraduate and postgraduate level. Sucheta Gaikwad ma'am's videos have been watched all over the world, literally, from the United States of America to countries of Europe to countries of Africa, Southeast Asia, New Zealand. Wow. Ma'am, we are so proud of the fact that students from all over the world are benefiting from your expertise and from your teaching methods. And SP College, the name of SP College has definitely been taken beyond the boundaries of Maharashtra. We wish you all the best in this journey ahead, and I'm sure many more teachers from SP College will take inspiration from you and help in their own way in contributing more meaningful educational videos in different subjects. Thank you once again for all the tremendous efforts and wishing you all the best for the future.
Thanks to all my viewers, subscribers, and dear students. Your comments definitely motivate me during the lockdown to prepare more educational videos which will definitely help you out. Thank you.